Yo! Finally welcome to another episode of Gaming with your boy. That's me, Mr. C.
Mr. C. Gaming with Mr. C.
Finally, guys, we're going to be finally doing our 2020 Game of the Year Awards episode. And we're going to be doing that into two categories. Number one being, well, this is the home of Indie Tuesday. So why not give out, did you check your calendar? Because I sure as hell did. The Indie Tuesday Gaming with Mr. C Award. That is a gorgeous trophy. And second of all, we're going to be giving out the Game of the Year, bar none, AAA, quadruple A, 26A title. What is the Game of the Year? Now, typically when I do my reviews, guys, I do it based off of technicalities. What is the graphics of the game, the story of the game, and how does it play? We're going to throw most of that out the window when we're doing our awards because it's not just about what plays the best. It's what's fun to play. What reaches down into Mr. C's soul and what deserves to have this trophy next to its title. As our boy Graveyard Gamer says, what is that fun factor? We're going to be stirring that into the mixture today, and let's see which two titles wins this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous award. Guys, alright guys, so we're going to start off the awards episode with the Indie Tuesday Award, the Indie Game of the Year, and our first nominee comes from Tripwire Games, the jaw-chomping shark attack game known as Maneater. This game swam into our hearts earlier this year when you get to start off as a baby shark and work your way all the way up until an elder shark as you chomp nearby swimmers, boaters, and just have overall fun. And that's what gaming's all about. And this next game is a Sony exclusive. Not only is it a Sony exclusive, it is an exclusive to the elusive PS5. And that is our boy Astro as he takes us down a nostalgic trip in an action platformer game so we can relive PlayStation's greatest memories. So for our third title, you better go grab your passport and punch it for fun because it's an action-adventure puzzling game where it starts you off on an island and has you going all the way through an incredible story with 4K visuals. This game impressed me from the moment I started it until the moment I ended it. Which brings us to our fourth title, a futuristic RPG first-person shooter hack and slash racing game. I might have been going a little too far with the racing game, but the rest of that's true. And it's made by one person, and it packs a wallop at $8 with incredible 4K visuals and a replayable story that you can play over and over and over again. Which brings us to our last title, the game that is going to bring you down another nostalgia trip all the way back to the 80s when you get to play as the Battletoads. This game not only has a humorous bone to it, but it will also have you crushing in your opponent's skulls with the funny bone. Battletoads is exclusively for the Xbox. We bring it home our coveted Indie Tuesday Mr. C Game of the Year Award 2020. Man, that's a long title. In a short play. That game is none other than The Tourist. This game was fun from the beginning till the end. It was humorous, it took itself not too seriously, but it actually had a pretty decent story, and it allowed you and wanted you to collect things without being this overcoming 200-hour experience. This game was a beautiful, gorgeous 4K game that kind of had this Minecraft look to it. You must check this game out, especially if you have the Game Pass, because it's free! But I do want to give an honorable mention to Maneater, a game that actually took me by surprise. I never thought I would have so much fun being a shark. And again, that game took a humorous approach and had 4K visuals and is going to be having a Series X and PS5 update coming soon. So please, check out one of the 5 titles on my list and let me know what you think. Alright guys, so what is the game that's going to take home our coveted Mr. C Award? The first nominee is a game that kind of healed our souls. It kind of brought us together in a time when we needed it the most. Maybe it was a hero. We were looking at quarantine. We had nothing to do. We couldn't go anywhere except for we were allowed to pack our bags and take a short trip over to our Animal Crossing island in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Our second nominee, guys, is actually going to be allowing us to follow Joel and Ellie, our famous father and daughter combo, as we get to finally see what happens to them after the events of the first game, and as we get to finally run into China and the DX crew. I'm just joking. It really wasn't China, but it was this crazy weightlifting, bodybuilding girl. We finally actually get to see what happens after The Last of Us and kind of what happened in that in-between phase, and this game was told beautifully with flashback moments, environments, and even allowed us to do a little bit more exploring than we're used to from a Naughty Dog game. So well done. The third title is going to have us grabbing our Zubas and heading back to the 80s as we finally fight in the Cold War, and that is Call of Duty. This game rocked our eyeballs with some killer 4K visuals and killed our eardrums with some beautiful 80s music that just chanted, "We are America and we rock." Call of Duty has never been so good. Which brings us to our fourth title, probably the only game to look better than Call of Duty, and that is Watch Dogs Legion. As we get to pick anybody in the world that we literally want to play in a futuristic London, this game is amazing. This is by far the best Watch Dogs in the series, and this was just a lot of fun to play with all these different antics and things you can hack into. You can really create your own experience that nobody else is going to experience. Our final title brings us into the dream world of humorous gods and a cartoonist Assassin's Creed game known as Immortal Phoenix Rising. This game was just fun. I mean, just purely fun. It's like Assassin's Creed without all the rules, and that is awesome. So guys, what is going to take the coveted Game of the Year award from Mr. C and going to stash it on its shelf with thousands and thousands of other trophies? And they're just going to knock all those trophies off just to place this one trophy on there. Probably with one of those push-up lights, you know what I'm talking about? As seen on TV for $9.99.99. Maybe I should just sell these instead with that light. Either way, the Game of the Year, finally, 3 weeks later, a month into 2021, what is finally the Game of the Year of 2020 for Mr. C? And it's going to garner this award! It's The Last of Us 2! Are you crazy? Why wouldn't it be The Last of Us 2? This game's story had me crying all over the place. This game was absolutely just phenomenal. It was really the story that really set the tone and the pace. Could the graphics been better? Absolutely. But they weren't bad. The controls are actually really good as well. But it was the story, the story, the story. And I've never played a game where you actually kind of felt both sides of the story. It just wasn't like, this is clearly the bad person and I hate them and they are going to die. It was, yeah, this is the bad person. Oh no, now I kind of get where she's coming from. She's kind of crappy too. Like, you rode the fence is what I'm trying to say. And they did it very well. So what is going to be the runner-up? Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs Legion. It was just purely a fun game to play. Graphically, it is by far the best looking game I've ever seen, especially if you're playing it on a Series X and 4K, 120. It's just an amazing looking game. And just the things that you could do in the game with hacking into things, it was just a fun game to play. So guys, welcome back to Gaming with Mr. C. I hope to have a lot of great content coming for you soon. We got Hitman review coming very, very soon. The return of not the Jedi, but the return of the Indie Tuesday. So please stay tuned, hit that subscribe button. I don't know, hit the dislike button. I don't care. We're just here to have fun.
Mr. C, Gaming with Mr. C.